So sun's going down, and I better get this video done before it's too dark to do anything. So um, again, we're just rereading the part of the Kings where Hezekiah shows his lack of concern for the next generation. And you can have leaders that are really great leaders, but they're terrible visionaries, and so that they're great, that they're able to give leadership to their own generation, but they fall short of being able to see forward into the next generation. So there's no plans that are laid down. There's no preparation. There's nothing. Just as long as everything goes okay today for me, for my generation, and the next generation can take care of themselves. That's kind of the selfish attitude that there was, where Hezekiah was concerned. When he blew it, he had done wrong, really, when it came to the representative of Babylon, and had shown everything that he had, and didn't show any caution at all. And when God told him what was going to happen, he said, "Well, that's okay, as long as I have peace during my generation." And then when we see his son take over, and his son was terrible. His son was terrible. There was no preparation. Hezekiah spent no time in preparing his son. And even though his son was only 12, even that fact that his son was only 12, he didn't have right advisors prepared for him. He didn't have people of quality around his son. He had nobody to protect him, because he didn't care about that next generation. So he did not at all lay any plans down for the guidance of his young son in this situation. And so we see the son comes along, and he was terrible. He was a terrible king. He returned everything back to the way it had been before. It was as if his father had done nothing. In fact, his son took it to a worse degree than his father had inherited the kingdom. And it really was close to ushering in the end of things right there for everybody. We have to have a father's heart in these things, in that we want our children to do better than we did. We want them to go further than we've ever gone. We want them to achieve things that we've never been able to achieve. We want them to stand on our shoulders. We want to go as far as we can, but we want them to stand on our revelation, on what we've received, and go even further than that. That's what it's going to take. And so we should be investing in our children, not to maintain, but to go further. To take this world further than we've ever taken it, to bring in the kingdom in this world better than we've ever understood it, to be able to live by the principles of God better than we've understood it, to be able to allow God's power to flow through them better than we were ever able to do it, to see healing and miracles where we have fallen short, a much greater vision and understanding of grace and love beyond anything that we've achieved, because we haven't achieved very much, looking at the condition of this world. And don't say it's anybody else's fault. Don't blame it on Satan. It's our responsibility. We have this responsibility. We are the light of the world, and we can't turn around and blame it on anybody else. We fell short. We blew it. We dropped the ball. And this world isn't getting darker because it's the end time. It's always been dark. And it's just that our fake control of things as the church is letting loose. I say fake control because we can't control anybody, and we're not meant to. God doesn't control us. He doesn't want to control the world. He's looking for free will offerings here. He's not looking for forced labor whatsoever. And so we the church, forced people into things that they had no revelation of whatsoever. And so now that is all being cast aside, and we're seeing the world as it really is. It's not getting darker. It's always been this way. It's just been hidden, and now it's being brought out so that it can be seen. And this is our failing, because we only dealt ever with the outer things. We didn't deal with relationship. We didn't deal with heart matters. We were terrible at loving people, absolutely terrible at loving people. And I say that judging myself as part of this generation. So we need to change. We need to have that greater revelation, and we need to invest into the next generation, that they will be able to have even more than us. Let's at least learn this from Hezekiah, shall we? So you have a blessed evening, and maybe you're seeing this the day after, whatever. Yeah, it's just be blessed, be encouraged, and find some time for rest.